So I'm going to work one side, but it would be, you have the opportunity to do this on both sides. Excuse me. Anyways, so you can check visually here. The only concern I ever have with doing a bilateral check when you're off angle is how your eyes are going to function and how your hands are positioned. So there is an asymmetry built into it. It's not that it's wrong, it's just harder to be accurate. It's not impossible. You can do AP on the anterior surfaces of the common costal cartilage. You can see what that's like. You can squish both sides, like one side then the other side, and compare a difference. You can just have them take a deep breath. They're all options. The nice, straightforward way to figure out what is going on in supine in a way that you can meaningfully interact with it is just poke, poke, right? So lift this up, bring this over here, thank you. So it just gets exposed, okay? Bring your arm back to where it was. I said back to where it was. No, where it was before I moved it. There. So it's a posterior to anterior pressure. I lift there, it lifts. I lift there, there's a little bit of resistance, but it's not bad. I lift, I check where I was. I check here, there's more resistance, right? I shimmy up on the medial border. That moves, it's this spot, correct? Mm-hmm. And it's because it will not yield the same way. So I can just sit here and wait, or I can add other activating forces passively. So in this case, what I'm gonna do is bring the arm over here. I'm gonna match. Okay, so see how I can just lean in and move everything. So I'm now moving the torso and the vertebral column in relation to where I have my hand. I'm not stabilizing that rib. I'm trying to get more pressure through it while moving around it, right? So now, there. So that doesn't do much. It just slides it over my hand, right? Mm-hmm. That doesn't do anything to it. It just moves your shoulder. Yeah. But when I do this kind of more compounded thing, it softens up, it yields. I'm going direct because I'm pulling the body backwards over what I'm trying to push forwards.
So are you pushing down and pushing?
Yeah, it's a weird compound movement. So just watch. So if I push across, nothing. If I push down, nothing. But if I pay attention to it, now it's a different movement, right? Like you feel it's a different movement, mm-hmm. right? So the pattern's a little bit different to connect to it, but like something positive is happening to it and it doesn't hurt. Mm-hmm. So I'm going in the direction of restriction that I found in the test that I use. Not all the tests are correct, not all the tests are right, but whatever you find in the test is what you work on. All right, so it's just here.
So you're not stabilizing the rib. But,
you can't.
But the rib is not moving. That is the object that's not
moving. Yeah, it's
all the other things around it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to get it to move because my hand is there so I can pay attention to it. And I'm trying not to take any pressure off of it. So I'm trying to get stuff to happen in relation to where my hand is. Yeah. It's not something where you can truly stabilize it in this position. It's not that there isn't a way. It's just that this is a nice lazy way to do the whole thing. No, I'm on the rib. Like I'm probably all up in the erector mass, but I'm not paying attention to it, and it's squished over my hand anyways. So I'm in the same spot that I was. Feels nice now. Okay, so it feels nice now, right? Now, the deal is that with just a PA pressure, I don't have any other activating forces. But passively, if I include the arm, then I have a variety of planes and axes that I can be unique to what I find and how it's functioning. So I'm trying to get it to go more up, but instead of just pushing it up, which can be pokey, what I'm now gonna do is try to get all of this to connect. So I don't necessarily have to pull the body back around it, but whatever movements I do, this should do more of that, right? So I have a target. I don't want it to fight. That's where we're going. Okay.
So you wouldn't just compress down?
If it worked, I would.
Okay.
If it worked, I would. It didn't work.
Okay.
Like it did nothing.
I guess I was thinking like that's where I was thinking with the arms crossed, because then you have more of a AP pressure versus like this angled.
Mm-hmm. It's because I'm on one side, right? And like I'm literally sitting on one side. So for me to work over there, nothing, right? If I stand and I do the same test, I can't trust it because I'm angled, right? So Bring your arms down to your, there you go. So if I come here, I can't trust this test, right? The reason I can't trust that test is because I'm visually off angle, my leverage is different, my hands are different. So there's too many problems built into that test for me to watch anybody and trust the accuracy. I would trust them more if they did it on one side and then they did the exact same test on the other side to see if it's the same. So I'd need more confirmation. But if I'm just on one side, I wouldn't have found it this way. I would have found it in seated and chosen to try to do it here, right? So this isn't how I would find it, but if I chose to treat in supine for some reason, that's what it would look like, right?
Do you treat the same side, like same thing you do on both sides?
No.
Do the same?
No. So the question,
Feel.
yeah. So the question, just because it wouldn't have been picked up on my mic, is do I always treat the same on both sides? No, I treat what I find. If there is something on both sides, I treat something on both sides. If there's something on one side, I treat it on one side, right? Just to make some note. So cross your arms. Sweet. So working anterior, I can push on one side. I can push on the other side, right? So just I'm relatively in the middle. Her arms are uneven, but I'm on her shoulders and her hands. So you look at what that'll do, and you look at what that'll do. No matter how hard I push, this doesn't move as well, right? Okay. So now I can just push, or I can find different ways. That's always available, and that's okay on your hand. It doesn't piss you off too much. Okay, sweet. Now, if I want it to be more in the middle, I just go there, and then I can do that. And no matter what I do over on this side doesn't drop, right? So now I can do this, all these smaller movements, see what works. And that's a spot where it's nicer. Now, I'm not compressing hard enough that she can't breathe, because I don't know if anybody's ever done that to you. It's not fantastically comfortable. And some people, when they have a harder time breathing, are more likely to have major challenges, like panic attacks. Now, it's never happened because you don't do it for that long. But so did you see how I kind of followed based on ease upwards? You probably didn't see it. I just told you about it, so whatever. Maybe the camera saw it. Then there's a tiny movement over here. I'm just looking for that ease in the direction of restriction. So you see how much that moved when I let go? Okay. So now I come over here. Yay. It's more. Okay. Do it here.
What do you do the thing that you did last time where you like had it like
The springing?
yeah.
Like, are you asking if I'm willing to do it now, or if
No,
I...
I mean, what do you do it like if it was like, you know, you were doing this assessment?
Yeah.
Something that you would do like
A springing? No, not necessarily. Not for this. The call for me to do some form of springing through the rib cage is usually some kind of breathing challenge or pressure challenge. I'm a little bit more likely to do it, but it's not called for often. And because it's fast, it has a higher danger profile, right? Now, it's not exceptionally fast, but just because it'll be on camera and you ask the question, are you okay?
Are you gonna do it to me? Okay, just tell me
She's,
before.
like,
Yeah,
bracing.
don't worry.
Wait a minute. Are you doing it? You're gonna tell me first.
So the first time you ever do this to somebody, it is very surprising. Like, it's exceptionally surprising. You tell them it's going to be weird. I'm gonna hold, and then I'm going to let off, and like stuff will happen. And sometimes they have giggle fits, right? Because it's so weird and it's so new. But it's just,
Go ahead.
the whole idea is it needs to be somewhat surprising. So you can't use the same rhythm all the time. Then you're compressing and you're watching the abdomen, because the abdomen is most likely to tell you, and then you feel pressure in your hands. When you feel pressure in your hands, you can let go. Like that. That wasn't a great one. She made a lot of noise, but she's ready. So the thing is, you can't give them the same rhythm because they'll take it over for you. Right? Yeah. So it actually sounds like you might have a little bit of stuff in your throat, do you? Like a little congestion? You might not. Like, no.
So, but maybe.
No.
D+people.
Nice. Yeah. So do you see how that sound changed a lot? She's probably got something in her throat.
Or if you didn't have that pillow there, maybe it would. 'Cause she has a little bit flax.
Yeah,
So
sure.
it's going to change. So it's going to go.
It's going to, all positions change all things.
So the thing that potentially that could
Yeah.
help with the sore throats.
No, not necessarily a sore throat, but stuff in the airway. Because it creates faster movement of air. What's that?
Phlegm.
Yes, the phlegm. It creates faster movement through the airway. So sometimes it can help move mechanical obstruction mildly. One of the basic concepts of anything with respect to the airway and pressure, so you've all seen CPR, because you have to have seen CPR, but one of the things is that fast on off can eject things, right? Like it can help maintain and clear the airway, right? It's not maybe the perfect explanation that they use now, but more or less, the faster the pressure changes, the faster the air moves, it may impact mechanical obstruction, primarily phlegm, right? If somebody's choking, no, it's not that. That's not the thing. Yep.
Like just to kind of get the phlegm out of them.
Yep. Yeah. Like, so irritation to the airway will cause like a cough reflex and things like that.
Was that technique like in the category of up slip, down slip?
No.
Kind of thing?
No, I squishy your ribs, I unsquishy your ribs real fast, and it's a pressure change thing. So what you're doing is you're changing the size of the cage and not letting it change until you choose to change it. So when they start to breathe in and more pressure is building and you let go, it happens faster. So the vacuum that happens on inspiration happens way faster, so the air moves in way faster. Right? That's really all it is. You can have all kinds of other stories about it, none of which I care for. Right? The only time I would use that is if somebody they're complaining about airway-ish stuff that doesn't seem in any way severe. Right? Because what I'm doing is I'm trying to take over the pressure change. The other time I'll use it, and I have used it, is T-spine stuff that doesn't respond to working on the posterior side. Because all the ribs are now handles, I'm taking control of it, I'm changing the shape of the cage, which means I'm putting pressure through the thoracic region, and when I let it off, there's just some real fast stuff that happens. I would never spring on the T-spine. The reason is it's very uncomfortable to touch SPs. The other reason is it's easy to fracture SPs, right? It's not that easy, but if you're a complete jerk about it and you really push, it sucks. Lay facing that way, please.